Let me all take you back in time. January 8th, 2011. Seattle, Washington's Quest Field. It's the first round of the National Football League's playoffs. The loser goes home. The winner's dream of hosting that Super Bowl trophy remains alive. The contenders, the heavily favored New Orleans Saints versus the underdog Seattle Seahawks. With just 3 minutes left to go in the game, Seattle controlled the ball and their destiny. The quarterback snapped the ball, handed it off to the runner. He goes on to break more than 9 tackles and score a 60-yard touchdown to secure the win for the Seahawks. The fans roared. So loud, in fact, that they actually triggered an earthquake registered by a nearby seismograph. But the fans weren't the only ones screaming that day. So too were thousands of tiny cells within our ear. They were screaming cries of help. So why is this important? In our ear, we have thousands of tiny cells, which are called hair cells. And these hair cells are important because they're the first neural step in hearing. They take sound wave and transform them into communications that our brain can interpret as sound. But unfortunately, these cells are susceptible to damage, and loss of these cells results in hearing loss. These cells can be damaged in a variety of different ways. We can lose these cells as we age. We lose these cells with exposure to certain clinically relevant drugs. These are life-saving antibiotics or chemotherapy agents. We also lose these cells with exposure to excessive noise, like at a Seahawks game. In the lab, I am working to prevent this. I'm doing so using a tiny zebrafish that is no larger than the size of your eyelash. And the reason I can do this is because this fish has those tiny hair cells located externally along the side of its body. I've developed a completely novel way of exposing these fish to loud noises, much like if they were to attend a Seahawks game. And then, because of their external location, I can track what's happening to these cells and identify key windows where we can intervene with drugs and prevent this hair cell loss and preserve our hearing. So far to date, I've identified novel drugs that are capable of preventing this, and I've transferred those drugs into preclinical testing. While my outlook for the future is bright, there is still a lot of work to be done. So in the meantime, I recommend you use what mechanisms you have to prevent this hearing loss and use your ear protection.